is up, guys? So today we ended up taking our first loss, true loss, around 350, a little bit more, like 740-ish. And yeah, so I have like 1400 drawdown and like one trade I'm back to where I was. And I made a mistake today. I was in school, and like being in school trading really just fucks me, to be honest, guys. So I want to tell you, what my thought process is coming into today. What I was looking for. So again, today we were at all-time high, and we ended up forming this 4-hour gap, and we ended up, wait, never mind. Yeah, this was the other day. Today, I had this 4-hour gap marked out. Right? We ended up tapping it. No, we ended up. We ended up like very like edge. We ended up like, oh my god, I'm seeing this now. We already tapped that bitch. Holy shit. All right, yeah, I'm fried. Oh my goodness. But coming today all time high. So was bullish, right? Let's see if I was seeing if these gaps held, and if they held, I was gonna take a trade towards all time high and the 830 data high. So going down to the 5 minute, market open is right around here. This candle, right? This bearish candle right here, and we just dumped right through this for like 1 hour gap, two both 1 hour gaps without hesitation. I was like, okay, bet we're probably gonna take this low. And what I failed to realize is when we SMT'd at this low, right? And I knew that ES took this low, but it looked but what I missed out was that is if ES continues to displace down, which it did not continue to displace down. So, but ES, as I can see, like if I saw ES doing this, I mean, I would need to see like a bearish candle close, continuing this trend. But what do? No, we just inverses for value gap. And my protocol is once if we SMT, I need to see this asset continue displacing so I can take this trade on NQ, right? So on NQ, it's very hard to see the trade I took, and it really isn't a good trade because I took this 1 minute gap tap, and we actually displaced off of it. I took this mid candle towards this low, um, and holy shit, the RR was buns on this. No, I took it a little bit earlier. I took it like here-ish, and then stops above that. And I got a horrible fill, by the way. And yeah, I ended up getting stopped out for around this much, 377. It was a good lot. It was a mid loss. The first thing is first, when we SMT, I have to wait for a candle closure here with displacement. I didn't wait for that, and we kind of wicked down after we SMT'd. It wasn't the greatest trade, and we had all-time highs. So after that loss, I locked myself out because I took a full R loss. I'm not gonna come here and take another trade, potentially losing the other half of my account. So this trade, the all-time high trade, was very just everyone took this trade, but these shorts are the reason I lost, and the reason I lost is because I failed to realize we were failing to continue displacing down after we SMT these lows, and I didn't wait for confirmation. I took this trade mid candle, but once we SMT a low or a high and I'm still targeting it, I do have to wait for a candle closure. And still, this trade, even if I waited for a candle closure, this trade wouldn't have been the best because the RR I'm getting is not that good. So I should have sat this one out. But, human error. I made a mistake, and I'm not going to do that again. I still have a good amount of drawdown, like four or five more trades before I blow the account if I lose them in a row, right? So tomorrow, hopefully, get opportunity. I don't know if I'm trading tomorrow, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I'm trading tomorrow. I think I'll be in class. I think. Also, I was in class. I was in the hallway. I wasn't allowed to have my computer open, and it was like everything just added up to me making a bad decision, right? And I think if I was sitting at my desk, like, and I wasn't in school, I wouldn't have probably made this decision. I would have more time to think, cause like I'm so much more stressed trading in school than like fucking like at my home, cause there's no one to like the teacher to, like walk around my back and like see what I'm doing, bro, or like make me shut my computer while I'm in the trade. Like I'm always thinking about that shit, and it's like, bro, I cannot trade properly, right? But pretty much what we did, we SMT'd the lows. I knew that we had a SMT, but I didn't look to see if we continued displacing on ES. And also, I failed to realize we had data highs and all-time highs to the upside. And yeah, that's human error right there. Took a loss. I'm very transparent about that. And yeah.